The following stream has been approved for all puzzle audiences by the puzzle general community.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is Cards of the Heart. Welcome back to Puzzle General's Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2021. I've got Tayman ND and Dark-Aries here with me, and we are going to talk about who is going to be playing in the rest of the tournament. We are through our group stage, and we have found two players from each group that are worthy of advancing to the final bracket. In Group A, you've got Wired Wiki as the number 1 seed in the group. I am the number 2 seed. That's a little bit of an upset if you were trying to handicap this before the tournament, but you've seen how we've been playing in this tournament, then it should be fairly obvious just who is playing better at the moment. In Group B, we have, with a 3-0 record, FoxyMan52 getting the number 1 seed in the group, followed close behind by BB Forky with a 2-1 record. A bit of that's a bit of an expected scenario. That's more or less chalk from what we were going for in that group. Group C was the group of chaos, as it were, with the second seed only advancing with a record of 1-2, but it was all business as usual for FFR Pro 21, getting a 3-0 record, a 9-0 race record, which is good enough for the number 1 overall seed in the tournament. So congratulations to him for that. And 6 on sheer force of will and tiebreakers is getting a 3-1 victory over I Like Being Smart, and going to 5 games against Lunar Chimera, being just enough to get his individual race record up to 5-7, and beating I Like Being Smart's 4-6 record to edge her for that second seed. And Group D, I tell you, Tayman can attest to this. This was the group of death. We had 3 Game 5s in this group. I think that's right, because we started the whole tournament with a 3-2 with you and Tetris Attacker, and then Tay, you had a 3-2 with Ty, and then Tetris Attacker had a 3-2 with Ty. It was absolutely ridiculous in that group, but it was enough for Tayman to get the number 1 seed from the group at 3-0, and Tetris Attacker to get the 2 seed at 2-1. Gentlemen, let's start with you, Tayman. How much of this did you expect to happen going into this tournament?
I think there really aren't any surprises out of groups A and B, just due to the seeding. I think the top 2 players were pretty easily identifiable. And maybe the order was a little surprising in Group A. Like, it was definitely an upset for him to come out on top, and that'll make for some very just distressed seeding when it comes to my matchup. But we'll talk about that later. We didn't really know what the order was going to be for Foxy and Forky, especially with Forky coming off some rust, being away from the game for a long time. But really not surprising in that group. I think some people were maybe thinking that Conch could make a surprise run. He's put in a lot of time in the game, but couldn't quite match up to Foxy and Forky. Group C was really hard to call because everyone expected FFR Pro and his Canadian drugs to come out on top. But we really had no idea with Six, Smart, and Chimera who would. They're all so similar in skill level, and I just want to say that in the PPL tournament, it's mandatory that Six and Smart are in the same group. Like, we need to get that rivalry going. So Six triumphing and moving on, advancing his personal narrative after a tough loss in the PPL 2020 tournament. So, and finally we get to my group, and this was the group of death. You know, like Paratroopa didn't have the best match against me, but he's a very good player overall. Maybe it's just a bad day for him. And with the lower difficulties coming into play, I wasn't quite as used to them. I had some really scary calls against Tetris Attacker and Ty, requiring me to come back down 0-2 both times. That a couple extra clears or block arrangements different, and you know, I could easily be on the outside looking in there. So overall, not a ton of surprises, but just some orderings were a little different, and it's really solid crew overall. Moving on.
And Aries, when you look at the people that have advanced to the bracket, you think what exactly?
I think that Dummy Grant 1 and Dummy Grant 2 were just robbed. Honestly, how do you not win a single game?
Shout outs to Math Grant for enabling the joke to let him be used as a placeholder for evening out these groups.
But in all actuality, I think Group C is definitely living up to its name of Group Chaos, as the second seed could have gone either way, as there were a lot of strong players there. There's not too much of an upset anywhere else. I mean, the fact that you yourself, Cards, got a game knocked off, and for example BB Forky got a game knocked off, like, that's just gonna happen, and it'll happen to no matter what placement you are, because people, you lose, right? Tournaments are a game of consistency. Some people have a bit more consistency than others, and sometimes that nets them the win in comparison to pure speed. Then we can go into a whole PhD thesis on the actual gameplay of the game itself, how faster cursor speed versus, you know, playing smart and all that. So beyond all the PPL, PvP, TA science that can go on and on and on, I don't get paid enough for that, unfortunately. But I think overall it's a really good showing. Everyone else did really well. And I think the next part of the tournament is going to be super duper interesting.
Oh, it is poised to be super duper duper interesting indeed. Let's actually take a look at the bracket. I can actually confirm these are going to be the matchups going forward. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at these matchups. FFR Pro, by virtue of the 100% winning percentage, does get the number 1 overall seed, and 6 just edging in there with a 1-2 match record does end up getting the 8th seed. So there will be a rematch here. In the 1 versus 8 matchup, and we have another matchup on the other side, another rematch on the other side of the bracket, as well, with Foxy Man and BB Forky getting together, 3 versus 6. That's gonna be quite ridiculous to watch, indeed, if their last match was any indication. In the 2 spot, we have Wired Wiki with a 12-1 race record, being good enough to to unlock that over Foxy Man's race record of 9-2. And at a race record of 9-4, we have Tayman rounding out the top 4 seeds. And yeah, that's wow. We got 2 real powerhouse matchups for our winners quarterfinals here. Just my goodness.
Looking at the FFR Pro and 6 match, I will say that in the 2010-2011 NFL season, the Seahawks made it to the playoffs with a 7-9 record, and actually won 1 game in the playoffs. 6 also entering with a losing record in the main bracket. So, if he can follow the Seahawks, he can possibly knock off FFR Pro. And this comparison was much better in my head. I'm sorry.
It really was, because you gotta remember, Tay, that the Seahawks hosted that playoff game. It was on their home turf. V-Hard is most certainly not 6's home turf. So 6 has shown himself to be much better at the earlier levels. So I don't know how well the comparison really works.
You guys just lost me when you started mentioning the fake football. My brain's just like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, how do you throw an American football reference in a call with a Canadian in it? Just...
you could have at least done hockey. I know a little bit about hockey. Football/soccer, huge fan of that. Baseball's great. Go Jays, let's go. You picked football. My country doesn't even have a representative, and you're in like the freaking like. Seriously, I don't care that the XFL is gonna take the Canadian League. That doesn't matter. Just no more football references. I'm putting my fist down.
So, one more note about the seeding before we possibly project this bracket going forward. The margin between myself as the 5 seed and the 6 seed BB Forky was razor thin. I mean, we both ended up with a race record of 7-3. So I actually had to go to another tiebreaker to put the 2 of us apart, and that tiebreaker was average V-hard times. So just to review what the times were for each of us, BB Forky had times of 11:01, 10:36, and 9:04, good enough for an average of 10:13. However, I had runs of 11:58, 9:34, and 7:57, which was still the fastest V-hard of the tournament, by the way, giving me an average of 9:49, which just barely gave me the edge for that 5 seed. And just imagine the potential matchups in semifinals, like FFR versus Tayman, or me, or Wiki versus the winner of Foxy Forky. My God, how do we even project this?
I don't think there's much point in doing any hard projections. This is so much different from the last tournament, the PPL tournament, where you had a lot of the game just changed so drastically, going from hard mode in the main bracket to V hard and S hard in hard mode in the group stage, and then V hard and S hard in the main bracket. The game changes so fundamentally between those categories, and you had a handful of standout V hard and S hard players, and some of the other people were kind of just along for the ride. But when it comes to V hard, it's just pure chaos. Like, yes, there is an advantage if you have a small advantage if your cursor speed is really good, like FFR Pro. I think he's going to be one of the favorites Cards, you are very consistent. You have great board vision. You don't drop chains very often. I think that's going to make you a favorite. But if you have the ability to just top off the opponent relatively quickly and relatively consistently, the chaos of VHARD can do the rest. So I don't really think you can call it a huge upset if a top player gets knocked off early. I still think FFR and you and Foxy are the favorites. I don't really consider myself a real heavyweight in this game, but I'm gonna still do the best I can and just not drop my chains and top off the opponent.
Oh, don't
See,
sell
the real football reference here is that you're going to be watching back those playback tapes and you're going to be studying hard.
There's no
see how I brought it all together? Really crappily, but I did it. That's the Aries way.
That's the deep lore that we're developing here on Puzzle General.
Also, somebody in chat mentioned that I had too much maple syrup. No, I'm actually going to debate if I go to the Costco Business Center, buy a metal keg of maple syrup. So just watch till Canada gets kegs of maple syrup, because we already do. But for the actual standings here, I think it's going to be like the fact that we have some rematches. That's going to be really hype, just to see what changes, because there's always that little bit of a mental edge going on, where you did it the first time, but can you really do it again? There's always a little bit of mind games that you kind of play with yourself when it comes to these situations. Or maybe you'll think like, I did it easy the first time, I'll do it again. So, there's always that little bit of a mental game you play with yourself, and we'll see how that kind of ends out, because skill-wise, it's pretty even. We like looking at the games, it's pretty even. I think it can swing either way, so it'll just be super entertaining to watch, and you really can't go wrong with any of the matches going forward, no matter how you slice it. Like, is anybody gonna really complain if, for example, 6 beats FFR Pro and goes on to semifinals? No, we're gonna be screaming our heads off going, oh my god, and we're just gonna keep watching. So nobody loses here. There's literally no losers.
Yeah, I know. I take this a little bit too seriously sometimes, but I don't think anyone should get down on themselves if they end up losing their first game here. Like, this is pure chaos. Like, this is why even though S hard is like objectively worse to run than V hard, I feel like it's more runnable than V hard because of the chaos of V hard, and I'm so excited to see how these matches are going to pan out. I want at least one upset, or not barring that, at least one match that gets close to an upset.
Yep.
That's
our wish.
Stacked.
The thing is,
so
both
stacked.
of you guys are in the tournament. You can make this happen, especially since you guys are up against each other. I'm not calling max fixing shenanigans, but just planting the seed again.
Oh, geez. The fact that one of us, Tay, could have to go through a Foxy Band level epic losers bracket run to win this tournament is gonna be nuts. Like the semifinal match with Wiki, Tetris Attacker, Foxy, Forky. Like that's gonna be a very, very important match to win, because you have to think the loser of that match is gonna come up against one of us. That is not gonna be that is gonna be a very, very early clash that I'm not sure anyone in that half of the bracket's gonna want to face. Just ridiculous, and just the loser of Foxy Forky too, because you got to imagine that one of us, if one of us loses to FFR Pro, then the other one of us would have to possibly face Forky. Like losers quarterfinals is gonna be stacked.
Yeah, can we rename the losers bracket and then rename it the also very good bracket? Does not seem appropriate for the stacked player pool that we have here. It's like, I think there are certainly 2 tiers of players you could draw, but that doesn't really matter when it comes to V-Hard, I don't think. Like, it's going to be really important for everyone to top off the opponent as fast as you can, and if it takes an extra second or 2, just extend that chain out a little more. Like, as I've said this whole time, it's all about avoiding the bad stages. Like, the cave is going to cave, but you don't want to be having like 40 or 50 seconds in the first 8 stages. So that is my advice to everyone, including myself, who is not FFR Pro or Cards of the Heart. Just send extra garbage, top off the opponent, and pray.
Me oh my. So yeah, this is what we have to look forward to in the coming weeks, and I do want to review how this part of the bracket is going to go, because it is different from the group stage. We've said it at least once or twice. This is V-Hard only from here on out, and we are starting best of 7. So someone's gonna have to win 4 V-Hards possibly having to go 7 races back to back to back to back to back to back to back in order to get through even one of these matches, and we're going to be doing that all the way through. All best of 7.
Cards. What did you do? My brain will comprehend that. We're gonna have we're inevitably gonna have games where it'll be like, oh, sudden death, and we're gonna just blow all of our collective minds over and over and over again.
Oh man,
I don't know if my brain can take that.
I can't, yeah, there's so many potential matchups here that could go 7 games. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Because like, think about it. You were just like, oh yeah, this is gonna be like super stacked. Oh, that's gonna be super stacked. And now you made it best of 7. So like the best of 5s were already like, oh, that's close. And now we have best of 7.
And it's still going to be shorter than one S-Hard match. No,
yeah.
not one S-Hard match. Just one run of S-Hard.
ESPN Ocho, if you want to get the rights to this shit, please give us a call. Just head over to our Discord. We are ESPN the Ocho. We would like to license the Puzzle General tournaments, and we'll be like, yes, please.
Dude, can you imagine who is the guy? John Brenneman or Tom? Who's the guy that did the back? You know,
Chris Berman. Yeah,
Chris Berman. Imagine him calling these games.
I can't. I actually can't, because he might actually be retired at this point, or close to it. I have no idea. But yeah, that would be absolutely sick, and just I don't even know. I don't even know. I should just circle around and say that I will try to give all these players a week to prepare for this bracket, and then we're going to try to pump these out week after week. There's a 1-week deadline for everyone to get those matches in. So after a bit of a preparation week, then winners quarterfinals should be done by April 25th. Then we'll have first round of losers and the winners semifinals done by May 2nd, May 9th for losers quarters, May 16th for losers semis and winners finals, May 23rd for losers finals, and then we'll be able to arrange something for grand finals, which, by the way, is a best of 9. And the
I'm
winner...
going home. I'll wait.
Well, at least the winner of the winners bracket actually gets to start with a 1-0 lead. So it's only going to go 8 games at maximum instead of 9. But that means the that means the winner. That means the winner of the losers bracket is going to have to win 5 of 8 to take the title. That's going to be a very uphill battle with how random V-Hard gets. So this is going to be insane.
I feel like getting one free match in a best of 9 is like winning $5 in the lottery.
But yeah, it's gonna be very important to win the winners bracket with how stacked this is gonna be, and we hope you guys tune in for that. Hopefully, we'll get some good batches from this bracket, and maybe we'll be able to prepare a little something else before this tournament is over. But you're gonna want to stay tuned to our Twitter for potential updates regarding that. So I think before we close this out, I know this is gonna be hard to predict, but I want a winner. So let's start with you, Aries. Who you got winning this thing?
You know what? Gun to my head at the moment, I'm gonna say Wiki. I'm calling it.
Wow.
The combo swag has me convinced.
He has been playing really, really well. That is not as far-fetched a pick as one might expect. Tayman, who you got?
Oh gosh, are we both just gonna go with a dark horse and not pick FFR or cards?
Are you really?
Well, I can't pick FFR because he stole my world record, so I'm gonna go with Foxy Man.
Okay.
I think Foxy Man is just gonna turn on the jets. He's gotten over those tournament nerves from the PPL tournament. He's gonna go on fire. He's gonna harness that PvP energy, blaze a trail right to grand finals.
I mean, to be fair, that's also not like the craziest pick, because BB4Key like has been super strong in a lot of Tetris attacks, just competitions in general that the community does. And Foxy did manage to take a game off there, and a little pointeroo, so it's not that far-fetched.
I want to go ahead and make this point, because I think it's going to be a bit ridiculous just how much of a disparity there actually is. From the players that the two of you have picked to win, Wired Wiki in this tournament has averaged a V-Hard time of 9 minutes 35 seconds. Foxy Man has averaged a time of 9 minutes 54 seconds. I, for some perspective, have averaged 9 minutes 49 seconds. FFR Pro has averaged 8:55. The only sub-9 average in the entire field. And you're not going there to pick them? Come on. Come on. I've been telling
I always
FFR
pick Team Canada. Team Canada is my homie. But I gotta keep things interesting. Put it this way. I win either way.
Fair. But yeah, like FFR has shown so much more consistency in this tournament than everyone else. I don't know how you go against them. I think FFR is going to repeat from 2016 and actually get this. I don't think I'm going to be able to put in enough practice to do it myself. So yeah, I think FFR's got this. I fully expect to be wrong, but that's going to be who I pick, because man, FFR's been playing at a level that definitely fits his status as PPLS hard record holder. So yeah, I've got to go with FFR for this one. I don't care what anyone else says. He's been playing the best all tournament long. Still hasn't lost. Still hasn't lost a race. So one of us in this call between myself and Tayman will have an opportunity to change that. I get the feel, but anyways, that's gonna do it for us here. This is gonna be a stupidly crazy bracket to watch, and I hope you guys on Twitch and YouTube do watch. In fact, I think the way I'm going to set this up for the YouTube audience is that you're going to see this video come up on a Monday, and then the very next day you're going to see the first bracket match appear. I think that's how I'm going to set it up, but if it doesn't end up being that way, well, just blame life. But yeah, thank you guys.
Drop a comment complaining on the YouTube channel.
Yes, please. We need some accountability around here. But
for the people in Twitch or watching right now, we might have a small break from Tetris Attack, as we might be doing a PPL SR x5 on Friday because of a channel points reward. So if you want to suffer through the pain with us on Friday, it's not scheduled yet, but it probably will happen. Just dropping that in there.
And actually, now that I think about it, we have a very compelling point made in the live chat. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? Do I want to pick that or that or that or that? I think I want to pick... I think I want to pick that.
No, this one. Pick this one.
Let's pick that. Let's pick that too. I think I want everyone else to see. So, you know what? You can, for those of you watching on Twitch right now, you can go to the challenge page right now and make a prediction. Let's make your own predictions. Let's make our predictions on how all of these matches are gonna go, and I can try to think of something for the winner to get. Maybe some Discord related perk. I don't know. Something to think about. But yeah, go ahead and get in your predictions, and I expect those to be up until we hit the until we do the very first match. So yeah, go ahead and get the predictions in.
I'll throw in a Puzzle General Twitch subscription gift to the winner.
Oh,
up the ante.
Oh, a gift sub for the winner. Sure, yeah, that's some good chat interaction. That as expected of our broadcasting expert, Dark-Aries here, our resident tech guru, coming in clutch with the big rewards for the predictions. So yeah, get in those predictions and get a gift sub to the Twitch channel. That'll be so great. That'll be so great, and we hope you tune in for this live. And if you can't do it live, then hopefully you find these videos on YouTube later. Which, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of the matches. Just please let us know how we're doing, and spread the word to all the other puzzle fans. Tell them to follow us on Twitch, follow the Twitter, join us in Discord, do all of those fun little things, because we want as many people into these tournaments as we can, going forward. But for now, we'll just have to settle for these final 8 vying it for the title of Tetris Attack 2021 Speedrun Champion. For Tayman, for Dark-Aries, for all of the players in this tournament, and everyone else at Puzzle General, this has been Cards of the Heart, and until next time, everyone, thanks for watching.